I'm going to say this with my entire chest. The shedeur Sanders or the Sanders hate is extremely forced, and I'm really, really, really getting tired of it. From the league, from casual fans to even the most extreme fans, y'all hate on shedeur Sanders so much that y'all are not actually seeing like the productivity that he has made. And here's the reason why. Browns reportedly make stance clear on trading shedeur Sanders after disappointing rookie season. Browns will not trade shedeur Sanders despite his disappointing rookie season and ongoing trade speculations. Deshaun Watson expected to start week 1 after completing his $230 million guaranteed contract. Despite his injuries in history. Sanders struggled as rookie with 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions in limited starts. I want you all to focus on that one little detail. Limited starts. And Cleveland remains open to trades only if presented with exceptional offers for the 5th round pick. As I look at the stat sheet right now from ESPN, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions with an 18.9 QBR. That's during the regular season. His completions was 120 out of 212 passes with a 56% completion rate. Okay? Let's also look at the fact that this man was sacked 23 times. And here's the kicker. They want still a lot of draft capital for him, but they won't play him. So teams are not going to really just be picking up that phone so eagerly to just get him because there's not a lot of film on shedeur Sanders. And looking at his stats, they tell a story, but also go back and watch those couple of games that he played last season where he was spectacular in certain areas and that he was playing the game at an effective level and he was being productive in some areas. But we all know Steve Stefanski didn't like him. He didn't even want to draft the guy. He was a Dylan Gabriel guy. He was a Deshaun Watson guy. He wanted these guys to play, but ownership was like, nah, put him in. Then, not to mention, he's been hated on since he's gotten into the league. And it's so forced. I don't understand. Because they couldn't control shedeur, this narrative that they wanted to push out that he's just this spoiled kid that got everything that he wanted. And because he's Deion Sanders' son, he's not a reliable player because he won't play by their rules. It's the same thing with Shiloh. And people fail to realize Shiloh was one of, if not one of the best corners as a hard-hitting corner that was out there. And they just discarded him. Like, if they couldn't get both of them, they was going to get one of those brothers out of the league. And it shows. I don't understand why we are still having this narrative with shedeur. Like, it's his second year inside the season. This upcoming season will be his second year. If you're expecting for him to take a franchise like the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs, I don't know what you expect. If Myles Garrett couldn't do it, if certain other players that have played through that organization who on record have already been statistically better after leaving that organization, just take Baker Mayfield, for example, or Johnny Manziel. If we're just looking at the quarterback carousel that has come through when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, they all have something in common. When you get drafted or you play for that team, you expeditiously go low. But once you leave that team, you excel. They are literally one of those teams that get good players and fuck them up. When they had Odell Beckham Jr., Odell Beckham had the lowest numbers on the stat sheet. But once he left, that nigga was literally in MVP talks at some point of best offensive player of the year. When Johnny Manziel left and he had his little spike, he was going off inside the fan league. He was doing his big one. We knew Johnny Manziel wasn't going to last too long because he was a party boy and he already had his money and all that. We know that. Baker Mayfield. When Baker Mayfield played for the Cleveland Browns, he gave it his all, but it was not enough. Then we're not even talking about other players that have come out of Cleveland, like Nick Chubb, whose career was cut short because they were working him like a workhorse. And that's what happened. And there's some great defensive players that are currently on the roster right now who have played exceptional ball, but because of poor coaching, because of that fuck-ass front office, they can't do anything to sit there and combat that. It gets infuriating because you have a generational quarterback who has the discipline, who has the arm talent, who literally checks off the box of a modern-day quarterback, and you won't play him. What is that? You want fucking shitty-ass Dylan Gabriel who wasn't even that good in college? That's who you want to be your two-man? And then you have a fucking pedophile that you literally are paying $230 million guaranteed on your fucking roster. You make no sense. Y'all don't make any sense because literally I don't understand why teams literally get good players and fuck them up. I live in Dallas. I literally am a casual Dallas Cowboy fan. We have had great talent come through that door, and we have literally been in hell for the last 30 years. We have had our highs, we have had our lows. But I can guarantee you one thing. I haven't been really too bad at the players. You know who I do get mad at? I get mad at that front office. I get mad at the fucking owner. Those are the people that y'all should be really having y'all pitchforks out when y'all are talking about these players and talking to these motherfuckers crazy. That's the shit that y'all really talk about. But y'all don't. Y'all criticize the player when literally they are being controlled by coaching staff, owner, GMs. And in a case like this when it comes to shedeur Sanders, who I will be defending because I've seen him play at a high level. I've seen him play in games where he's been able to control a game with his own, narrative. And I just don't see it. But I want to know you guys' comment on this. This is my little rant. This is the story that basically I'm getting out of Cleveland. This was a story that happened, whatever time that you say this is a story that happened yesterday, but in modern right now, it's literally 12:17 where I'm at when I made this video. So like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts and opinions in the comments, because I do sometimes comment back to followers or people that comment underneath my videos, because I love people's insight. If it's negative, keep it to yourself, but if it's something that's literally something we can have a conversation on, I would love to get it. So please, follow the links that's inside of my bios, which would be my YouTube, which would be my Instagram, which would be my TikTok, which would be all of those social media platforms. If it's a platform, I'm probably on there. But if you guys love this content, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It doesn't take that much for you to click the like button. It doesn't take that much for you to comment. Just show some love to your boy. But it's your boy, Sir J at night. Thank you.